Maths questions like this are most people's worst nightmare. We have a 4-mark rearranging question, but we're going to use a trick towards the back end of the question. You're going to want to know this if you're doing your GCSEs this year. The question says, make x the subject of the formula y is equal to 4 brackets 2x minus 7 over 5x plus 3. So first off, what does the question mean? It means that we want to rearrange this so that it says x equals. We can see at the moment that we have an x on the top of our fraction and also on the bottom. That's where our little trick is going to come in later in the question. So first things first, we see that we have the 4 and the brackets on the top of the fraction. So we can start off by simplifying that. We can expand those brackets. So writing this out, I'm probably going to struggle for space here. Let's have a look. We have y equals 4 times by 2x is going to be 8x. And then 4 times by minus 7 is going to be minus 28. On the bottom, we're going to have 5x plus 3. Next step, we're going to move this 5x plus 3 over to the left-hand side of our equation because we don't like having an x on the bottom of the fraction. So we have y times by 5x plus 3 is going to be equal to 8x minus 28. Next step, we're going to expand these brackets on the left. So we have 5xy plus 3y is equal to 8x minus 28. Next step, we're going to move all of our x's onto one side of the equation and all of, well, everything else, I should say, over to the other side. So I'm going to move this 8x to the left-hand side by subtracting 8x from both sides, and I'm going to subtract this 3y from both sides to get that onto the right-hand side. So we're going to have 5xy minus 8x is equal to minus 28 minus 3y. Now is the trick that a lot of you have been waiting for. How do we deal with both of the x's over here? Well, we can't subtract the 8x from the 5xy because the 5xy has a y and the 8x doesn't. What we're going to do to isolate that x is we're going to factorize out the x. So I'm now going to come up to the top. I'm going to switch to a green color. We're going to factor out the x. So we're going to have x times by. What do we times by x to get 5xy? We times it by 5y. And then we're going to have minus 8 because minus 8 times x gives us minus 8x is equal to minus 28. I think I'm going to run out of space, minus 3y. Next step, guys, to get the x on its own, we're going to divide both sides by 5y minus 8. So we're going to have x is equal to minus 28 minus 3y, hopefully that's on the screen, over 5y minus 8. And that, guys, is going to be our final answer. What we did was we rearranged all of it until we had the x's on one side, everything else on the other side. Then, crucially, we factored out that x and then divided